where we attack today's local and national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, along with co-host and producer Jason Bryce, and always co-host Coach Marcus Bullock. Coming to you on a Sunday morning. Lots to get into. The rain has subsided a little bit since we got up this morning. It was coming down pretty bad. Got lots to get into. I know that we still have to talk about the end of the Eagle season, how that played out, some of the moves or non-moves that have been done. Got some Sixers talk. Obviously, we got the AFC and NFC championship games to get into, and just a little bit of sports topics overall want to talk about. But as always, before we get started, I'll start with you, Jay, this morning. How you doing?
You know what? I'm all right. Doing pretty good. Grateful for, this Sunday morning. It's a little rainy out, though. But it's all good. You know what I mean? We're here in the building. Busy, man. Really, really busy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like really, really extremely busy. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. Since that season, I guess, it's basketball. And it seems like, because that's something I love to do and, love to help out, whatever. But then it's like, you got the other worlds that come kind of crashing in at the same time. And that could be a little overwhelming, as I say, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, I'm here, I'm ready to talk some sports and, feeling good, man. I appreciate you asking, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I know you always take on a lot, but it's always out of a good place. And
Yeah, that it is. But yeah, it's just like, everything is just coming. I guess that's what it said. I tell myself to whom much is given, much is required. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll be a champion and step to it and do what we got to do. And and I took on something else. I tried to. I think I'm going back to the school boy. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I threw my ring in the I threw my fishing pole in the pond.
We just went from all different analogies.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just when I thought I was done, you know what I mean? Something struck my heart and said, you know what? Nah, maybe you need to give a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So, your life is about serving, man. You know what I mean? If you think about it as grown men, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm recently married and you're going to start your family and stuff like that. And I'm sure you already know, men, we just serve, man. We serve and sacrifice. That is what we do.
I'm learning that.
Serve and sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is, man. So, but yeah, other than that, man, doing good, man, feeling good.
It's funny you say that, and Coach, I get to you, but as you get older, like you said, and you guys have your families and starting it,
right.
You feel like your goal is to make sure that everything you do puts everyone else in a better position. So, yeah. Coach, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I hate falling, Jay.
Yeah, right? It's
I was going to be like, yeah, I'm good. All's good. He gets so deep all the time. I feel all of that, especially with the busy time of year. There's always a lot going on. And I agree. When you have a lot going on, also what I've learned is when you have a lot going on, you see what's important to you because you make sure you take care of that stuff and some stuff falls by the wayside. But, all is good. Same thing, a lot going on, heavy into the season. And, everything's good, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's on today, but either way. But I mean, I had to tell you this too. I know you've always been a tea drinker, and I told you before the show that I switched over to tea this week. Much better change.
It is. It's better for you.
I feel better. The clarity is there.
But is it? Because coffee itself is healthy.
I just think it's all the stuff.
It's all the stuff you put in the coffee.
See, I never put anything in it though. I was just black coffee. Maybe sugar here or there.
And then you put stuff in it there,
But no, here or there. I would say 85% of the time it was just black coffee.
I see the clinical angle wants to be like, well, wait a minute, because once you go sugar, it's like let me leave that alone. Okay, but it's like sugar. Once you start with sugar, it's hard to stop. That's hard.
Yeah. But like I said, I would go 85% black coffee.
Okay, so then when you're drinking the black coffee, you don't be like, yo, damn, I wish I had the sugar. Come on, no.
No.
Come on.
No,
Wow,
but it's the
okay.
ones who are like, oh, I'll have the coffee, the 4 creamers, 4 sugars.
Right. And a shot
Like,
or something.
you ever go to Starbucks? I'm sure you've been to Starbucks and you listen to
Not for
people's
no,
orders.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't really know. You know what? I went to Starbucks. I went somewhere one time. You know what? I was on a turnpike and I was struggling. And I'm like, yo, I don't really know what to get.
Yeah,
Because I don't
I
drink.
didn't know how to order.
You know what I'm
I had
saying?
to ask the guy one time. I was like, I need a large, like, regular coffee, and he's like, oh, you want a venti non-fat express? I'm like,
See, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, I don't
I just
know
want a
all that.
large, you know.
So your tea is plain?
This is black tea.
Oh, okay. Just nothing in it.
This has.
Okay.
This does. This has 2 Splenda in it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Is Splenda better?
I don't think so because it's like
It's just better for
This is
for the one that has maybe that diabetes or something.
diabetes.
Diabetic. Okay.
So,
All right.
no joke. But
Okay.
I mean, we got a lot to get into. And I think that the first one was good. I think we want to get into the Eagles, but I want to talk about last night. Sixers played the Nuggets, and the big storyline was, Joel. Well, besides Joel, Maxey, Harris wasn't there. First of all, I got to give a big shout out to the Sixers lineup. I mean, they played tough.
That's why I got the hat on.
They played tough. Paul Reed came out and had his career game. I think 25 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Bev played well. I mean, but the fact that they took that on him, like that to me could be a growth game for the bench.
I think so.
Like a confidence builder. And actually, but the point is with Embiid not playing, he hasn't played in Denver since 2019. What do you make of him not playing? Like, obviously if he's injured, that's one thing, but he can say the knee. Does it matter to you if he plays or not in these regular season games against like the rival for the MVP?
I'll follow coach.
like him missing this game doesn't like bother. I just want him to play. I just want him to be healthy. Right. So
Yes.
and I believe what game was it before? Who they played before the Nuggets?
The Pacers?
So the Pacers when he got he
went down a little bit.
he went
right?
down on
Yeah.
that knee. So I knew he wasn't going to play this game after that. Like there was no shot. But like he just gotta be healthy. I think it was it last year? It might have been last year where I think he like kind of dodged it. Like I don't think anything happened and he just this is like a rest day for me.
Right.
But this one, I mean, he banged his knee up. Like I didn't think he should have come back into the game the other day.
Right.
Because they were, the game was over. But no, I don't care where he plays, who he plays against, anything like that. As long as he plays when he's healthy, like that's all I care about. Like get healthy and play. And then if he's not healthy, if nothing's wrong with him, he's not playing. I think that's a different story. But I don't think that's the case here.
No. Okay.
I don't really understand the narrative. What are they saying by that? Like, you know what I'm saying? They just played like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
So they, because, Joker, he want to get his ones on his home court. Is that what it is? I mean, your home court is different though. It's not even like you can go from gym to gym and you can have the advantage, but you got like a life
Different, yeah.
ecological, type of advantage. Like, so that's number one.
Everything is. I mean, everything is your routine. Everything is down when you're at home or on the road. I mean,
But now I'm not just talking about that altitude.
Yeah.
You breathing different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their lungs already are adjusted to that.
You guys remember when I think it was it Dirk who used to bring in like the Tupperware container and they'd see him walking in the arena? Like he would bring in it was like you would see him bringing in like Tupperware from home for all his home games, like not even eating in the building.
Oh,
Just like,
not eating.
That was I think it was Tim Duncan.
no, it wasn't Tim Duncan. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. But I was laughing because like you would see like the aluminum foil,
Yeah,
and,
the
like,
foil on
and like it was like this is his pregame meal,
But I mean, honestly, what do I? He just scored 70. So what is he
which was
ducking?
an unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying? He hurt himself. And I would have held him out too. And what do we care for? Like, yo, listen, our goal is to try to win a chip.
Yes.
Okay. And if there's a moment, I like the moment, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you, because the simple fact that, hey, listen, the bench did well. They made a game.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes great teams play down to their level. So you can attribute that to that as well. But the bench played very well. I like Pat Bev, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is why he's not a go-to. You know what I'm saying? Because, he took a nonsense three. Like, come on, that's not even your game like that, bro. And then he did something else that was in and out. And then, he's a scrappy defender. I wish they could have probably won if they had, who went out? Marcus Morris and somebody else went out and it was on, Kelly Oubre. I think he was out.
Yeah.
And that's when they went up. like 7 or whatever the case may be. But yo, listen, man, great effort, great. I'm happy where we're at. I can't lie to you. I'm happy where we're at. I'm finally, I finally maybe, feel good about Paul Reed again because I was falling off. You know what I'm saying? I feel a little better. I mean, he had 30 points though.
Yeah,
bro.
he did.
Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
that's
you know what I mean? That's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I think Corky even had some burn. So, listen, man. Hey, listen. The East is going to be dominant this year, so you better get that bench right.
It is.
You better get that bench right.
Yeah. I mean, well, how about the big move that we didn't even talk about? Well, we didn't mention in the beginning. Our boy Doc going to coach the Milwaukee Bucks.
I think Doc is a bad rap, yo. I do. I think he gets a bad rap, and I was talking about it the other day. And is he actually yesterday? Is he different than Spoelstra?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, why? I'm just
Because
curious.
Doc's teams, and I won't even count the Sixers in this.
Okay, because but count them though.
No. Because no. I think he did. I don't know if he got a fair rap with the Sixers. Well, maybe he did.
No, count it though.
Here's what I'm gonna say. His teams, he lost a lot of playoff series when his team was the favorite.
Mm-hmm. So what you're telling me is that he lost?
When his team was supposed to win.
Okay, but he lost. Okay, all right. Okay. So
Or up 3-2, up 3-1, and you lose.
okay, so he lost. He has some losses on his resume.
Yes.
Okay, saying Spoelstra don't either.
Of course, Spoelstra does.
That's what I'm saying.
But. Oh no, you can't say that. That's like saying,
I'm just saying.
does
They're very similar though.
I disagree.
No, because listen, they only say, "Oh, Doc, well, you had that one chip." I mean, you had the deck loaded. Spoelstra did too. You know what I'm saying? You had the deck loaded. You had a super team. Who couldn't win with this team? Who couldn't win with Spoelstra's team? You know what I'm saying? He lost a lot of games too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, and Spoelstra's a great coach.
But
I
if you
think
look at Spoelstra's teams, you're not saying, "Oh, that team's going to contend for the championship," and then they do. You look at Doc's team, you're like, "Oh, that's a championship team," but they're not.
Right. Okay. How many chips did LeBron and them win? 3? Or they won 2? 2 out of how many years he was there? 4 or 5?
They lost 1, 2, lost 1.
Lost 1, 2. So 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. His team was supposed to win that every year, right? So he was 2
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying. I think he's a good coach. I think Doc's a good coach too. I think he gets a fair rap. You know what I'm saying? Because at a certain point, the players have to play on that. James Harden just quit last year. You know what I'm saying? He was soft and Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Then you had the Ben Simmons drama or whatever the case.
Well, that's why I took the Sixers out of it.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot.
So then Lob City. Now you're dealing with Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying, his personality and that friction. They didn't get along. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Agreed.
that was outside of his control. It was though. It was. I mean, what was he to do? Like, Chris Paul was in his bag at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And who was he beefing with? It was Blake, DeAndre, you know what I'm saying? And then whose house did they go to try to get him back? Was it DeAndre? DeAndre had signed
with Dallas.
He had signed with Dallas.
And they all flew down there to bring him back.
And they brought him back.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I'm not saying that he hasn't faltered, but he's a really good coach, though.
I think he's a really good coach.
And I think he has a really shot at winning that title.
I agree. Oh, I agree.
They definitely couldn't. Adrian Griffin wasn't going to be successful.
No, but there was more. I mean, apparently there was more to it than.
All you had to see was I saw him and Giannis arguing on the sideline. As soon as you saw that, it was like, oh, you're on your way.
I didn't realize they said on Christmas Day, Giannis subbed himself back into the game. I didn't realize that. They said Christmas Day.
Oh, snap.
They were playing, and he had Giannis just subbed himself back in, on national TV, and you could see them being like,
they were going back and forth.
Yeah, and Giannis just went back in the game.
Right. See? Right.
There was that. I know there was that. There was like some issue too, between Griffin and Thanasis. What's his name? Thanasis. How do you pronounce it?
Thanasis.
Thanasis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah, it was an issue between Giannis and Thanasis.
No. I'm
No,
saying Thanasis and
between
Adrian Griffin.
Oh.
You know, and you know that, you know.
He probably was like, yo, you trash. You know what I'm
He
saying?
is trash. I mean, last night, did you see last night
Garbage.
that like Thanasis tried to do a drive and they called it travel? It was a blatant travel on him.
Okay.
The Milwaukee bench went nuts like it was a 1-point game in Game 7 of the finals, and they were up like
Garbage.
34 points.
See, I think sometimes with a veteran team like that, and you hire a rookie coach, the rookie coach, he has to be very careful because he can't be too soft and he can't be too hard.
Well, that's
And
what I think makes Spoelstra so good, though. Because when he was young at the time.
But Spoelstra had Riley.
Yeah, that's
Riley stepped in.
that's true.
Yes.
Because they was trying to overthrow him too.
No question about that.
And Riley stepped in and said, no, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody stepped in for Adrian Griffin, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, like, he came rah-rah.
Yeah.
And you just can't do that. First of all, who did he play?
Yeah.
He was in the
He had a
league.
nice career.
Oh. And yeah, he came rah-rah. And I think that you just can't come that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't. You're gonna be overthrown. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's these guys. What I'm seeing now with all these coaches coming in changes, you have to be great at what you do,
Right.
or these guys aren't going to respect you. Even like think about Steve Nash, couldn't last,
Right.
right?
That's a Hall of Fame
That's a
player.
Hall of Fame player that a recent player. Like, so it's not like you Adrian Griffin, who like, oh, did he play? Like, we all know Steve Nash, and Steve Nash couldn't even get that respect. And I think that was because X and O wise, leadership wise, he didn't have it.
And everybody know that dudes was banging your wife back in the day, and they had a baby. I just read that this morning.
Wait, what?
I just read that this morning. Yeah, after the baby was born, he got divorced the next day
Adrian Griffin.
because no, Steve Nash, because they thought it was Leandro Barbosa. Barbosa was messing with her, and then on top of that, then they thought it was Barbosa, baby, and then come to find out, nah, it was Jason Richardson, baby. That's what the rumor is, that Jason. Yeah,
So everyone was just
so everybody, you know what I'm
subbing in.
saying? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. Like why? Like
This is in
Like-
Phoenix.
yeah,
Everyone was subbing themselves
it's
in.
Like it's almost like how who'd I like in that too? I forget, but see, and so D'Angelo Russell, like so D'Lo, like cats like playing with him, but they still like. You did that. That was kind of sucker a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I like Steve Nash, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, even when you have a playing career, you could start having like that ego, that bravado, like, nah, I played, listen to me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it could be one of those things. But I just think when you come rah-rah, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work. Not with Giannis. Like Giannis got his whole family on the team. Like so
He does, yeah.
So like both the brothers are on the team, right? I'm not lying. Yeah. So I mean, so you already know who's in charge.
I just laughed though last night. Like I said, I mean, and it happens all the time because when he does get some playing time, they react like, "Come on!" I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, it's your brother, but
It's like the Scalabrine effect. You know what I'm saying? When Scalabrine came, but Scalabrine could ball.
was tough.
He
He
could
was.
ball
He
though.
was tough.
You know what I'm saying? But when he came in the game, it was like, all right, yeah. It was like, they're mascots. You know what I'm saying? It's good though. They're good.
so it was interesting. So we always talk about and kind of switching topics. You said Scalabrine, so maybe think of the New York, the Knicks. We just talk about this 195 border, right? So yesterday I was in the Trenton area again, and at the deli I was at, they had the Knicks Heat game on. All the guys behind the counter had the Knicks hats on. They were. I was like, we're Knicks. They were hyped.
But New York is all over. You know what I'm saying?
It is
Like, New
all.
York's
It is all. But it was like
international.
it was funny because I was like, it was like you could feel like the New
You know
York
what I mean?
vibe in that deli.
It felt good though. I'm sure it felt
It
good.
felt good. It felt.
I'm sure it felt good. You know what I'm saying?
natural.
You found yourself rooting for the Knicks.
I
Like,
never,
come on, OG. You know what I mean?
I mean, I never. I don't know. I never had anything against the Knicks.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, I'm supposed to as a Sixers fan, but I think
you're not. You're
but I
not
feel
supposed
like-
to hate the Knicks as a Sixers.
I'm like a Philadelphia fan, like New York team, and
Okay. I mean,
but to me, I think it's better still when they're that good. I think it makes it the better rivalry. I mean, the Knicks are playing great basketball right now.
They are.
I know they just got the Randall injury.
But, I don't, Brunson does deserve more attention, Tony. He's tough, man. He's tough. But that's what makes me worried about them, see?
The fact that he's not, right now, he's not starting for the Easton All-Star game. That's kind of
that's because
it's all fans.
But that's what everybody said. I'm like, that's not like who started.
I have to go back and look.
It must be Damian Lillard, right?
Is Lillard and who? Who's the other guard?
I'd have to go back and look, but
I don't even know.
But no, because he'll be in. I mean,
he'll be there. But the thing is, that's what makes me worried about him, though, because the Knicks, they rely too much on him. It's Halliburton, that's what Tony said. It's too much on him. And when he comes out the game, you see a considerable difference. If the Knicks could actually get Kyle Lowry, they would be all right.
So you know what?
I want him in Philly.
Thank you. And that's funny because I brought that up on some page, people post about. And I said, Kyle Lowry would be a great fit in Philly. Yeah. Oh, no, he's washed up. He's dried up. He's got nothing left. I said, I think that's the perfect veteran.
Yeah, we don't need him to do
right. And people are like, it's going to take a run from Maxey. No, you're not putting him in place of.
Right.
You're using him as a leader and a backup.
Well, if Melton is hurt or Melton's out, then you could actually start Lowry and then move Tyrese back to the off guard. You know what I'm saying? You could do that. I'm just saying, like, you need another ball handler. And that's what the Knicks need. The Knicks need another ball handler. They need a playmaker, as they say. You know what I'm saying? They need it. Because now with Randall out, that's going to hurt a little bit.
Who's still up there in New York that Lowry played with?
No, Lowry didn't come from. Lowry played in. What was Lowry?
No, I'm saying with Nova. Like, are there any of the Nova boys up there?
No, Lowry didn't play with them. No, that was he was way before that.
Okay,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, I like the Knicks team though. In fact, when I think I was on here, I said, the Knicks got OG. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
That was going to be a problem.
I think the Knicks are going to be, I still think the Sixers are in a good place, but we
are.
People are saying, they got to make a move. They got to make a move.
We need a ball handler.
We
need a playmaker or something like that.
I think I've
seen too many times when they put the pressure on, it's the same little problems. Almost.
Ball drop 30.
Getting over half court and whatever.
But that is the problem too. I think you do need someone else who can create. Consistently. I think that's what the Sixers need if they're going to get to that next level.
Yeah, but I like the team though. I like Batum. I like the sub. I thought we had addition by subtraction.
Yeah,
I'm saying, to be honest with you. I mean, we lost Harden, but what we gained in return though, I thought is going to help us in the long run.
I think getting rid of PJ was huge.
I agree.
That's just because I think he was just clogging up minutes for no reason.
Yeah, and not being able to score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like Morris though. I think Morris has been a great
Morris and PJ the same thing. Right?
Yeah,
but Morris can make shots.
I was going to say he's doing more. I think his because I saw one trade. I have to go back and look, but they included Morris in the trade bag. Of course, it was for contract reasons. But I was like, I don't want to get rid of Marcus Morris.
Yeah,
I think he's a piece you need to keep on the team right now.
Yeah,
so any contract or any move, no, I don't want to get rid of him. Like, you have enough dead weight of players that you could make it work.
Yeah, I like Batum. You know what I'm saying? I like this collection of players.
Yeah.
Because you can plug in and plug out, and that's what I like. But last year you couldn't really do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So and then last year he was with Shaky. You wanted a lot out of Shaky Milton. What is Shaky Milton doing now?
I don't know. I haven't thought about Shaky Milton.
Exactly. Nobody's thought about
that's
it.
That's a great question.
Right. So the bench has been upgraded. You know what I'm saying? So I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. But I think if we get Kyle Lowry, I think that's the heart. Yeah. That's missing. It's like another little piece of heart. Yeah. Beverly has it, but now you bring in that Lowry, the Marcus Morris. Then I think that's it. I think if we get that, I think we can make a push.
Tony had mentioned here about Doc, and I said we had talked about it a little earlier, but I have to go back and check it out.
Yeah, but just to recap with Doc, I think Doc's a great coach. I think he's a good coach.
I think Milwaukee's. I think it's going to be. I would love to see a matchup with the Sixers and Bucks and have Doc come back here in the playoffs.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
No, I mean, I'm just saying for entertainment purposes.
Well, yeah, I mean, we watch it during the season. You know what I'm saying?
Shake's averaging 13 minutes a game, 4.8.
Yeah, shaky.
But I think you're right.
On a regular team, he gets that amount of minutes. Last year, he was probably, 20-something minutes or whatever like that? Come on.
Right. He was he was getting crushed.
He was relied on too much. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're right, though. I think with Morris, if you got Lowry, then you get that that other piece of the puzzle that
Yes.
we haven't had.
Yes.
So
Toughness and scoring.
yeah, well, he said, well, why they were dancing the day after they fired their coach, but
Oh, that was Milwaukee.
Yeah.
They were dancing. That was
But-
because they would, I mean, that was a little disrespect. I mean, see, sometimes I think, you know, some things are coincidental.
Yeah, and I think in sports, in professional sports, man, it's business. So like, it's not like. Do I think they're celebrating that they fired them? No, I don't.
no.
I think
No.
it's just like, oh, he's gone. All right, who's coming in?
Who's
All right,
coming in?
Let's go. We got a
Right.
game tonight. Like
Right, let's
whatever.
play.
Like, you know.
Because really, it's them versus the world. That's the mentality they have to have. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know. But I know that he wasn't going to last.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why they had that. I'm not even sure how he got the job.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I think he must have knew somebody, or he did very well, or, you know, maybe there wasn't really much available at that time or something like that. I don't know. There's no disrespect to him, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, I mean, you know, like I said, Giannis, Zach, you know what? You know how we talk junk about, like, Kwame Brown, like, yo, you garbage. But actually, yo, he's good. He's just garbage to NBA players, right? So he's really nice as hell, right? Giannis' brothers are just garbage. Are they nice, though? Really?
I mean, they're nice compared to the dude playing at LA Fitness.
So they
But,
okay.
like-
So he would be like a monster at LA Fitness.
Of course.
Okay. Just because of the training or the skill.
Both. He's definitely.
He was recruited though, coach.
Oh, I don't know any of that. But
I'm saying, like-
listen, that's what he does for a living. So every day he's in there shooting his jump shots.
Right.
doing
So
this.
okay.
He's
okay.
definitely
Don't
better
say
than the
it's
dude at LA Fitness.
I mean, he pretty much is.
But now, like, I think Scalabrine would work him out.
Give him the business.
Well, yeah, but I think the Scalabrine, you know, he had
he got recruited out of
He had a role,
college.
But
Though.
that's what I'm saying. Like Scalabrine, I think if his last name isn't what it is, I'm not even trying to pronounce it. I don't know if he's in the NBA.
Okay.
fair.
But he can still play, but like I just don't know if he's in
But
the
like
NBA.
Scalabrine,
Okay.
like you watched him
Okay.
hit big shots. Like
Okay.
you watched him have big moments.
And they're both garbage.
And I think Shake is way better than that.
Oh, absolutely. Shake is like an all-star and superstar.
Yeah,
compared to
Yeah,
that. Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
So,
Okay.
I mean,
Korkmaz kills him.
Yeah, big time. Lynn is like a Hall of Famer compared to
Yeah.
I got you. Even though Jeremy Lin can ball though.
He can play. Yeah.
He can play.
insanity.
Yeah, he can play. I still say Carmelo was jealous though. Carmelo was hating on him, son. You know what I'm saying? People don't like when I say that, but it's the truth though. Carmelo was hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Hating on him because he was getting that attention, and they was playing well.
They were winning.
They was playing well, and Stat was involved. Like, and quiet is kept low key. I don't think Amari liked playing with Carmelo. He didn't like playing with Carmelo. You know what I'm saying? Because before Carmelo came, the Knicks was balling.
Yeah.
And then when he came, they were still balling, but the thing is slowed down.
Yeah, you can't play the same way. Like it's just like AI. You have to have certain players around him that fit. The same thing with Melo. You got to have certain players around him that fit.
And don't get it twisted. Melo's one of my favorite ball players, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Sixers going to be all right, though. We're going to be good. We're going to be good. We'll be fine.
But I mean, you know, I guess with that said, let's kind of transition a little bit and talk about this end of the Eagle season that we didn't get a chance to address. And
You know, you win some, you lose some, man. You know, it happens. You got spanked
do you think that
by a former. Was he a former coach?
who
Who was the coach? Who's the Ty Bowles?
yeah, no, I mean Bowles was never
He was never in the Eagles organization.
no.
Yeah, he was.
Exactly.
Tom Bowles was the Eagles'
Defensive or
yes.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely.
That's what I thought.
And then I think he got fired.
I think he got fired, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I could be mistaken.
I think he got fired.
Absolutely he was.
right. And y'all was talking junk on him when he was here. He sucks. He's this, he's that. Yeah, I remember this now. This I remember. I think he coached the Jets, though.
Hey,
too,
I mean,
right?
it did say Philadelphia.
Yeah, he coached.
when?
Did he coach the Jets too?
He coached the Jets. I think he went from the Eagles to
To
the
the
Jets.
Jets, right? Yeah, I mean, come on.
But I mean,
don't
but
forget
what
these
year
things.
was that?
It's like 20? Was that McNabb? No, I think it was Vic. Is that with Vic?
Okay,
Or was it with AJ Feely?
Philadelphia.
Okay, this was you're right, 2012.
2012.
All right. I was gonna say it wasn't
back.
anytime recently.
Come on.
He was the interim defensive coordinator.
Okay. I guess that was under Chip Kelly.
On the Chip.
2012 defensive back.
They got fired.
Right. But I mean,
so they got beat by a former coach. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles looked to shell at themselves.
I always liked Todd Bowles. I always thought he was a very good.
I'm telling you, right. I'm telling
As an Eagles coach.
You sure know.
Not
Hey,
as
listen,
an Eagles
he
coach.
sure know how to transition. No, don't he? Ain't he good on the fly?
Not as an Eagles coach. I liked him in the roles with the Jets and in general. I think he's a good guy. I don't remember him with the Eagles.
That's funny. That was funny.
But no, they did. You're right. They looked a shell of themselves. I mean, this offseason, I mean, it's right now, it's like, absolute anarchy with people with the Eagles and where they're at. And, I know they just hired their defensive coordinator, then they hired a new offensive coordinator.
When they made those changes, when they made those changes, that's when everything changed, right?
What do you mean?
When they made those changes, they made some changes in the middle of the season, right?
They switched defensive coordinators,
right. And it's been downhill ever since then, right?
Well, it was on the way downhill. It was like they tried to. It was going down fast, and they tried to hop ship, but then that ship just kept going too.
Yeah.
I know people. People are saying that Sirianni should have lost his job, that he should have been fired. I mean,
so emotional. And that's the thing about the Philly fan. So emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, 10-1, they faltered late.
It was an epic collapse. I mean, do I think he's on the hot seat? Absolutely. I mean, but the thing is too, I think that Lurie and Howie Roseman, like, they want a coach that they can kind of be their puppet. And I think that Sirianni is their puppet. And when you don't want to be their puppet, that's when it's time to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I would hate to have success here, and now I'm loved. And the minute the tide turns, it's like, yo, nah, I don't love you no more. Like that's got to be tough. That's why I respect all coaches. I promise I do, because that when you're winning, you're loved. When you're not winning.
But to be fair, what was the record? 11-5, 11-6.
Their final record,
11-6.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah.
So if they would have had a regular run to 11-6, meaning you're 2-1, now you're 4-3, now you're 7-5, now you're 11. A regular, I don't think any of these conversations would happen. I don't think it's the fact that
they would have happened throughout the year. But go ahead.
No. I don't think it would have been as strong.
Okay.
But when you lose 5 out of 6 games to end the season, that's why I think it's so emotional. I don't agree with it. I don't think he should be even on the hot seat really yet. But I think that's why it's so strong.
But let me ask, but they had injuries though, right? Was it just straight coaching philosophy, or was there extenuating circumstances?
No, there were injuries.
Offensively, there weren't really.
Okay.
But, I mean, at the end of it, Devontae got hurt.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown. AJ Brown didn't play the last game. Goddard was hurt a little bit in there.
Right.
So but it wasn't like, I mean, the defense was just bad. I think that goes more. I don't think the defense was built to be good.
Right.
Meaning, I think of all these people, I think the defensive coordinator got thrown under the bus falsely more than that shouldn't have been more.
But they were playing great D though at one point though.
Yeah.
At one point. That's what I'm saying. Like, what changed? They have to go back and evaluate. Something changed. There was a point where third down, you just knew they wasn't getting that. They wasn't going to get it. I'm sorry, as far as the opposing team.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just knew they wasn't. But then that changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is where I knew that the Eagles were going to lose. When the tush push wasn't successful. When they stopped the tush push, because the Eagles had a little momentum going into the half, right? Chance to go up, to be down 13-11 instead of 13-9, right? And they said, okay, well, you know what's coming, the tush push. And it's like, I felt like, I think I said to my son, I said, listen, if they don't get this, it's over. Because now That's been the fabric.
The bread and butter, yeah.
The bread and butter. When the bread and butter is stale, I was like, yo, they lost. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think they scored after that. I'm not even sure.
It was ugly.
It was disgusting.
You know, and you got a lot of, like I said, you said, in Philly is the toughest thing. Like, you have Sirianni, he was successful. I mean, obviously, he overcame a lot of the down in the beginning because of the flowers and everything. The systems and flowers and all that. Yeah. But, now people are jumping on Howie Roseman and, it's like, and then now I get it. And I have people I know that are like, oh, well, this was a horrible signing and this was a horrible. Now, Kellen Moore, I mean, he doesn't have a good track record.
Same people that I'm sure they was just loving and in awe and happy and bliss when they were 10-1. No, because they were still concerned for the team.
So those people were still, the people you're talking about were still wanting Carson to come back.
Okay, there it is.
No, you're not wrong.
But you know what Howie did that looking back on it, and this was on the radio, somebody said it, and it made a lot of sense. Howie went away this past offseason from his normal routine, and he brought back players that were past their prime.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So especially, and I think the cornerbacks were the best area of that where you can show where in past seasons it'd be guys that people loved, and it was just like, it's just, we're just done with them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he brought him back. And I think the guy on the radio said, he's like, he did nostalgia signings. Like, we had a good year. This guy had a good year. Let's bring him back. Where in past times, it was like, nah, he's too old for what we want to do. And I think that hurt them this year. And hopefully, they see that. And I think they got to get younger.
They definitely got to get younger. I mean, I know that they were talking about, like I said, Kellen Moore. I mean, he doesn't have a great track record recently.
Where was he before?
He was with Dallas, and then he was with the Chargers, and both of those quarterbacks got worse. But I mean, you can't blame that right on the QB. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, I think an offensive coordinator like Kellen Moore, who was successful in his time in college and everything, I like it. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll give you that credit. And then I love how, like I said, people like the outsiders. Well, we with Fangio, the guy they signed as defensive coordinator. Oh, well, this was his system that we were using here in Philly. To me, I think a guy like Fangio, who's an older coach who can come in and provide some stability, is exactly what the coaching staff needs. Like Sirianni can kind of turn to a guy like that and say, hey, what's your thoughts as an experienced coach in the league, and get a little bit of, I think the other piece of it too is that people are just frustrated, like with Sirianni's, some of his answers in his recent press conference.
I tell you, I'm changing. I promise you I am. I'm changing. Maybe I didn't always feel this way at a time or two, but the players got to perform on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. They got to perform on the field. Like, the coach, yes, he is supposed to, set up the strategy and the play. And the players have to perform it. And, when you're on that line or that defense, I've told you before, I realized that football it's a game of inches, and it's all about the offensive and defensive line.
Yep.
Okay. What's the main job of an offensive defensive line? What's the main job? You better win that battle.
Yep.
Win the battle. Win the battle. You have to win the battle, because if you lose the battle, that means you don't open up the hole. It's just that simple. Pause. I had to think about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So you got to win your battle. Football is strategy. Right. Football is X and O's, absolutely, but it's also mano y mano.
The players have to perform. I mean, I go back to I look at in the the Chiefs Bills game. People were blaming Josh Allen, like, oh, is he the answer? Stephon Diggs dropped a perfect pass that would have changed that game. Yeah. Like, you got to make that play,
Or how about the blank kicker got to make the kick?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That right there. I just said, oh my God. I was watching the game myself. I said, my gosh, son. Yo, poor Buffalo. Like how many times?
The kicker.
Oh my God! And I was on the other side of it because
Oh yeah, you're in New York.
that's right.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you're a Bills fan. Buffalo.
yeah, but at that time we went more. Here we go, more proximity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I went more proximity on that one. So, and you guys should have too, because we were playing. They were playing in East Rutherford, right? But we won't go there. But anyway, so
I was a Giants fan at that time.
my man, what happened?
Proximity.
I'll tell you one thing though. I am rooting hard for the Ravens
I am.
and the Lions today.
I don't want the Lions to win.
I don't want the
You
Lions
don't want the Lions
I
to
don't
win.
like Jared
What?
Goff.
I just
Is the Lions versus who? The 49ers?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, I want the Lions to win. I don't like the 49ers.
I just don't. I
used to like
It's
them.
just it's not.
Well,
their time
everyone
yet.
did.
It's not the Lions' time yet. It's not
Okay.
the Lions.
I get. I mean, because they've already had like a great season. I understand.
It's just not their
I
time.
understand. I mean, I love it. That Dan Campbell, their head coach. I mean, that guy.
Oh yeah,
He makes you run through a wall.
He has some great sound bites.
He does. And like when he first came in, like everyone was like, this guy's just, all pomp and circumstance. And, it were like,
Buffalo should have been there, though.
yeah. And,
They should have been.
and their window of
They should have
time is
been.
going to be,
It's sad,
I just don't want to
That's
see.
just sad.
I don't want to see the Chiefs again. I want to see Lamar and the Ravens beat
I
the
want to see.
Chiefs.
I want to see Taylor at the Super Bowl. I mean,
Oh.
I think
Right, Taylor?
Jeez. Oh.
Yo,
Good.
I want to see Jason Kelsey at the Super Bowl.
yeah,
I mean, he's so much fun.
Yeah.
I love people were like dogging him for going into the stands and like being out there and he had a Buffalo or a Chiefs hat on and he was out there celebrating. They were like, "Oh, how can you, do that?" Jason Kelsey.
the Philly fan,
Of course.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Like,
course.
let me tell you,
You
as
just
a Philly
can't-
fan,
you just can't
I was like, I
satisfy.
love this dude. I was like, this is awesome.
They just Philly fans don't understand that. One, these people aren't from here.
Thank you.
Right.
Number one. Two, it's their job. So like, and I'm sure every single
was his
person in that
off-season.
locker room was upset when they lost.
Yeah.
Yes,
Every
of course
single
they
person
were.
was.
Of course they were.
But this is
But
their
life
off
moves
season.
on.
And he was like, this is my brother. I'm
It's my
watching.
brother.
And it's my
I was a
brother.
fan at the game.
Yes.
And I'm going to drink my beers. I'm going to go watch. And he went into the stands
That was funny.
and was picking up the little kids. And I love the dude. He
Yeah.
was amazing.
He can't be over the top with it, though.
I mean, he wasn't.
Well, he said he told his wife.
He told what's her name? Kylie.
He said as soon as we walked into the suite, I saw how it was set up. I said, I'm taking my shirt off and I'm jumping out of the suite.
Oh wow.
I know. I mean, they're. I mean, they.
Same.
Their podcast is pretty dope too.
Oh, the Kylie and yeah.
The with Travis and Jason.
Oh, I love that
yeah.
one. Yeah, that one's New Heights is called.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's I'm gonna shout out New Heights podcast, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Collaboration.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm really hoping. I want Lamar to finally get his
I
just
want
due
Lamar to
because when he gets the knock, he gets a knock. You know what I'm saying? And I really want. I think I do want the Lions, and I'm not really. I think I do want the
switch
Lions.
quick.
I know I switched.
It was like the Todd Bowles love.
Yeah, I think I do. I think I do want the Lions. The 49ers. I don't know.
I just feel like
I
to
used
me,
to like them back in the
to
day.
me, the 49ers are like a little what was it? What was on this week? Back to the Future was on yesterday, so I
Okay.
had that on. To me, they are the what's his name? Biff.
Biff.
The Niners are like Biff.
Yeah, I see that.
and the Lions are George McFly.
Yeah,
I feel like when teams get there before they're supposed to, it takes them off track.
Okay.
And my
That's a good point.
a good example of that is the Atlanta Hawks. They were not supposed to be where they were in the Eastern Conference Finals that year.
And now they are.
And now you got to start paying everybody because we made the Eastern Conference Finals. And now everybody thinks they're better than they are.
Good point.
And then now they might not even make the playoffs.
Right.
Because I like the Lions. I like what they're building. So I want them to just whoa, slow down.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not
Right.
ready yet.
Right. Get your building pieces.
And
Right.
then
I got you.
And then now you can build a dynasty.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool to like the stories. I was reading one like the Niners kicker grew up diehard Lions fan, and he was like the only thing standing in the way of the Lions getting to their first Super Bowl is it's him and his team.
Oh.
And his dad is like, I love you, but I love my Lions.
That's awesome.
He's like,
awesome.
he said, he's like, I hope you go 4 for 4 and
you-
somebody else fumbles, so the Lions go to the game. But
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going for the Lions though.
I just like you said, the Niners
I
to
must
me.
admit,
I mean, I
I think
love
I'm-
Christian McCaffrey though. I think he's just a horse.
Mhm.
And they're there. I mean, Brock Purdy, he gets a little bit of. I think he's doing his thing, and people still want to knock on him. System or whatever. But I think that Ravens Chiefs game is going to be great. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm tired of Kermit the Frog and also known as Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Yeah, my gosh.
Tired of him, man. Tired of him. Like I'm not taking away.
Tired of him doing what? Tired
Just
of him winning?
seeing him over and over. It's like he's like the Brady effect almost. Like I'm tired of it. Like
Wow.
I want to see the Ravens get there. I want to see Lamar get his, like you said.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they do. I mean, but at the same time, you have to respect because the Chiefs aren't healthy. The Chiefs are playing with like a patched together receiving core.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid and Mahomes are just doing their thing. They have old reliable of Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
So
They know how to win. That's
they
just
do.
the bottom
They know
line.
how to win.
They know how to win.
But they got the
man.
local guy too, Pacheco, the Rutgers.
Is he? Okay.
Rutgers
Okay.
guy.
They know how to win. I mean, who they play? I mean, and because I know I watched the game, but I just can't remember who they were playing.
Last week?
Yeah, the Bills.
Buffalo, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Buffalo, yeah.
Right. So too many times, like, it's like they know how to answer the call.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you gotta be on, like, in basketball, it's like, you can play solid defense, you can, execute on offense, you could do all the different things, but you need to have like those, and this is a pause, those 50-50 balls. You know what I'm saying? The loose balls, they have to go your direction. They always seem to go Kansas City's direction.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's those little, what do you call it? The 50-50 balls or the intangibles?
You're right.
They always go that
The
way.
deflection off the hands ends up. Yep.
It just never, it just didn't go, you know what I'm saying? It always goes their way. I'm not sure what it is, the magic. You could say the the football guards or whatever the case may be, but I don't like to even talk like that because there's only one guard, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. But it's whoever controls those 50-50 balls or those little, those little intangibles, they're going to be the ones that win.
Oh, you're
It's
right.
always like that. You know
You're
what I mean?
right. It's. I mean, I think they're both going to be great games. I mean, I think the Ravens and Chiefs definitely be a good game.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that the Lions can hang around with the Niners because there's concern that the Niners could just.
And there's a lot of 49er fans out there. A lot.
Absolutely.
A lot. And they talk a lot of junk.
Yeah, and when
Almost as much as the Cowboys.
Oh man, nothing was better than watching the Cowboys lose.
Almost as much as the Cowboys.
Nothing was better than watching them get blasted. I mean, that was fun. Pause. But but you were saying about being a Niners fan. Like, I feel like everyone did because when you were growing up and you were playing video games, I mean, like, you had Steve Young, you had Montana, you had Rice. Like, everyone enjoyed them. And if there was like Joe Montana Sports Talk Football, I forget that game. Good one.
Sports Talk Football. I don't remember that.
I remember that one. That was for Sega Genesis.
I don't remember
That
that.
was a good one. I can even remember the theme song in my head right now. But
What's that? I don't know that one.
remember that one?
What's it called?
Joe Montana Sports Talk Football.
Yeah,
No, I don't know what that.
That was a good one. But I mean, I'm saying
What was it, like a talk show?
no, it was a
video
video,
Video game.
video game.
It wasn't no damn video game. Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you. I can tell you the
You know what
theme
I'm
music.
saying? You kidding me?
You and Joe
really?
Montana Sports Talk Football. It was like do 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 do.
You didn't have like
Tell you.
Tecmo Bowl and
Well,
like,
Tecmo Bowl, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
my gosh.
And even
man.
Madden '94.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Now, that stuff I remember. I never really played those games though. I always played the basketball games.
Yes.
Always into the basketball.
And, yeah.
I never played like the football games. Here and there. I think I played like what was the one on Nintendo? I think it was called First and 10 or 10-yard fight. I think it was called 10-yard fight.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It was the first football game for Nintendo. I remember that. Other than that, I didn't really play those games like that. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, other than that, it's college basketball is. I know you follow a lot of college basketball, Coach, and Jay, I know you're not too much into college, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I love it this year. There's so much like what's the word I'm looking for?
Parody.
Thank you. Like it was exactly it. I mean, just you don't know who's going to win what games, and the upsets are left and right. It's fun to watch.
So the best thing I've seen in the last couple weeks was South Carolina versus LSU women's basketball.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
Man, it was unbelievable.
It
was just heated. It was just great. Like, it was just good basketball, and it was just intense. And it was two teams. Like, South Carolina's undefeated, number one team in the country, and then you have LSU with the star power, Angel Reese, Haley Van Lith,
and you got Dawn Staley,
all that. Dawn Staley on one sideline. What's her name?
Not Malarkey.
Mulkey on the other sideline, who's insane. Like, she's nuts. And I love it. Like, and it was just good basketball. It came down to the end. It came down to people making shots. They're talking trash to each other. Like, it was just good. Like, it was a great representation for women's basketball.
It was, and then even after, like, the press conference was great.
Really?
And they asked Dawn Staley, like, what was it something about? Do you think that wasn't welcoming a hostile environment? And she was like, no, they were calling me boo. And like, it was just like, that's something you would see.
Sarcastic.
Yeah, but you don't see that in the women's game, and that's so great because, like you said, if they match up again, and obviously the next time they can match up would be in the NCAA tournament. Yeah. That would be a game like that's a must-watch game.
I'm gonna stay true to my word. I'm getting you those things. I'm getting y'all those things, those jerseys. We got to start representing.
Listen,
we got to start.
You know what else is? And I mean, I know this is not like we're not big in hockey here, but there's been a professional women's hockey league.
Really?
And my buddy Justin, who watches the show, and has put it out there.
Okay.
It is awesome.
Really?
Like, to the women's professional hockey league, like they are. Okay. They deserve some shout outs. So.
Is there a local team?
We don't have one. We don't.
Tony asked, would Philly ever get and mind me to tell you, I do. Do you know there's like a women's football team?
Yeah.
You've seen that? Huh?
I have, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's good competition. Would you say that?
And is that the...
It's good competition. That's what I would say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But also, Tony wants to know, you think we'll ever get...
Oh, my man watching from Texas.
You ever think we'll get a WNBA team?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think we could because I mean, sports here always take off. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'd be a bad idea.
I don't think so either.
I think that we definitely could.
Yeah, I think. The league just has to grow.
Right.
And I don't think they're ready for that yet.
Right. It's growing. I think the college basketball is helping.
Oh, no doubt. And I think when you have like this group of college players, when they get into the WNBA, I think it's going to help a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know what someone was saying too about, and we got this guy Dave watching from Texas.
What up, Dave? Dave Burns.
He said that we'll go back. We're going to get into that at the end, our final predictions for the games today of who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. But appreciate you watching. But I think you're right. The one thing about college is like with the women, they like have to be in 3 years.
Yeah,
and I think that's so much. It's so great for the development of the rivalries. Mm-hmm. So you get that. I mean, what do you think? What you think? Did you guys see the other day, like the storm in the court and Caitlin Clark, who to me she flopped.
Yeah.
She got like elbowed, and you would have thought that she got like punched in the face. But
I didn't watch it. That's the thing. I don't even know what happened.
I think the storm in the court is the most dangerous thing. Like, yes. I think it's so dangerous. I get it. Like, it looks so much fun. I definitely think she flopped, but I definitely think it's dangerous. So, like, I mean.
Do you think that this should be that they need to set it up now that the fans don't have the access to storm the court?
No, I don't know how. I don't know how you do.
Yeah, you can't.
There's just got to be a way to do it.
But then the thing is that like they fined South Carolina for storming the court. Or not South Carolina.
Ohio State. That game?
I'm trying to think. No, because who was it? Was the director? I'm trying to think what team it was. I have to go back and look. But long story, they fined him like $100,000. But the director of the athletics was one of the people storming the court. So it was like, okay, like we'll pay that fine because we just upset the number 3 team in the country.
Like,
or
I don't know. I think it's fun. I just don't know how you can make it safe. Like, I don't know how you can do it. Like, I don't know how you can.
I agree on that. I don't know how you make it safe. I don't know how you know.
Listen, I remember a couple of years ago, like we were playing, and this is high school basketball, and a kid hit a buzzer beater against Burlington City, and our fans, and it was packed, and our student section stormed the court, which is nowhere near like a Division I school. But I'm just thinking of
that's right.
What could have, like, so now they're running in, and kids, they're running not just to celebrate, but also they're running on the court to talk to the other players who they've been talking at the whole game. Like, that's just dangerous.
No, it is. I mean,
it can get very gangster.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it, and you've seen it carry over and whatnot. I mean, but I mean, like
especially at that moment, because we lost on a buzzer beater to Glassboro. Oh gosh. So just imagine that feeling, that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to go. Everybody can't handle emotions.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, home games, I sit behind the desk and it gets hot and heavy back there. I be having to tell them like, yo, listen, now we're not talking. Why can't we talk? We gotta now we're not talking because you're rooting for the other team. Home book always right. So I don't care what. Well, look, I don't care what you have. What's this book say? Whatever this book says, there's no more discussion about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is anywhere we go on the road. It's the same thing. Yeah. So, but they get, they get a little nasty. Oh, that's why kids shouldn't be doing it, or blah, 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 and blah, blah. And then one of the kids was talking to me. I'm announcing. You know what I'm saying? I missed him, so I'm announcing, okay, what's the name at the line, blah, blah. The kid come on, oh, that's cheating. You're distracting him, blah, blah. And I say, yo, listen, first of all, I don't talk to kids. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Number one. Number two, what's the difference? I'm announcing that.
Yeah.
What's the difference in that fan sitting right there talking junk? What you gonna say to them?
I mean,
you understand what I'm saying?
I remember when we did games, and you would always be like, "Listen, keep the conversation at a minimum," and you would say in a very polite way.
Right. Don't talk too much, because they're over there and they was seasoning up my man. They was seasoning them, talking to him, whatever. And he's like, oh, well, it's my first time doing it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my man, because he's great people. Yeah. He's just being himself. And I'm like, yo, bro, listen, stop talking to him, because all he's doing is they seasoning you. They about to cook you. I'm trying to tell you right now. Because once something don't go their way, well, listen, he can't even really do it or whatever. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Right, you gotta be careful back there, man. You gotta be careful back there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it gets hot.
But I feel like everyone learns that the hard way in all different like facets of life. Like when you expose your inexperience, and then it like gets used against you.
Yeah. So and shout out to the Overbrook team too, because me and one of the Overbrook coaches, not my man Donnie though, because he great people.
Good too.
He good people. But one of the young boy coaches or whatever, he knew the ref or whatever, and he was talking in front of the table. Like, yo, why you even you don't even know them? What you mean? He talking about us like we being honest. He's like, you're being honest. Why would they have to lie? He's like, yo, you don't even know them. You don't even know them. Like, kind of like putting that seed of. So I said, well, you don't know them either. He was like, I do know them. I said, oh, okay. He said, well, I don't know you. I said, well, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of got into a little small exchange or whatever, but it wasn't in a I didn't mean no disrespect by it. So I that plays in my head like, damn, I could have probably handled that a little better. But at the same time, don't talk junk about me and my crew. I'm very sensitive about me and my little angels that sit and help me out, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't talk junk about that and try to even insinuate that we got to cheat. Nobody's over here cheating. You know what I'm saying? That's not even the code I live by. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't mean I trust what you say. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it get hot and heavy, man, with sports, man. But at the end of the day, he said, I'm really a nice guy. And so the guy, why? I said, I'm a really nice guy. I said, no, you are too, man. Listen, we breathing, baby. It's all good, man. You know what I mean? My mom like, listen, stop talking to him. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess what else? I mean, we really covered a lot today, but it's been a good show. A lot of but I think, like you said, I mean, if they meet up again, LSU, South Carolina, Jay, you gotta tune into that one. That is a must watch. I see Dave talking about some movies here on our chat. Killers of the Flower Moon on Netflix.
I heard that movie.
I started watching it. It's really good, but it's very long. It's got De Niro and DiCaprio in it, and it's like 3.5 hours long. So you have to like.
I probably would watch that though.
No, it's great, and it's like a gangster type movie. So it's just set in like back in like olden times. So
Griselda, I did see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you gotta. So I'm just saying, it's very good, very good.
Griselda, I did see. That was, I think that was with who was Michael Douglas's wife?
What movie?
Griselda.
Oh,
I did see Griselda.
Oh, okay.
That was good. She was good.
But
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So listen, man. Listen, it's been I'm going with because the championships. It's good sports on the day, right? So that was that. What's the first thing? 4:30.
3-4. I think it's 3:30.
3:30. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, 3:30.
So I'm going with. I guess in the Super Bowl, I got Detroit and Lamar.
It switched up.
That's who I got.
3 o'clock and 6:30.
That's who I got. Detroit and Lamar.
I'm gonna go. Ravens. I'm gonna go with my head, not my heart. Ravens and Niners. But I would like to see Ravens and Lions.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Ravens and Niners also.
So
okay.
Okay. I think Lamar does it. I think you're. What is I'm looking at? You know, betting's big. I'm telling you, if you put some money down, put the money down on the Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown score. There's your prop bet of the day.
Yeah, you know what? I see people start out small bets and then it just keeps growing.
I mean, yeah, but no, it is. Unless
it just keeps growing.
That comes into self-control.
Right. See, but I'm saying sometimes, especially if you win, now you're like, ooh, nah. You know what? I just want to see some good games. I got a lot of work to do anyway, man. Please. I got work.
My son has an app.
Okay.
That gives you money. And it's only like $1. Like it's nothing fun, nothing big. But it just keeps you like invested in so if you win, you have more money to bet with, more money to play with. If you lose, it'll give you $1 the next day.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, and then you can cash out. If you get to 50, you can cash out and get $50.
Okay.
And you're not putting anything in. You're not doing anything.
Oh, what app is this?
Yeah.
I
was going to say.
Send in the group chat.
Well, listen, I told you that you have the free, there's plenty of free bets. So you could always make some free money.
Okay.
I've sent you those.
No, I think I did that though.
Yeah.
I think I did.
We had the yes. Yeah,
I lost.
We did. So
I never followed up because number one, ADHD. I went to the next thing.
Listen,
and then I'm like when I'm telling you, I see people like, oh, yo, I gotta go. Because especially my people down in Pennsville, they go across that bridge and get that little marker or a ticket or whatever. You go to Delaware Park and bet on that stuff.
I don't know why you wouldn't just sit on your couch when you could do it, but.
Could you really?
Yeah, all the bets you can do right online.
Oh, I don't know.
But like I said, I'm doing it where I'm happy if I won 13.
They are a little older. Shout out to my guy. They are a little older.
I'm happy
It's almost like, you know what, yo, do you go to the bank to cash your check or do you take the picture?
No, listen.
I still go to the bank, yo.
Listen, I've just recently
y'all do mobile?
I just recently started the picture thing, but I would always go, if I got a check, I would always go right to the bank.
I go to the bank.
But so I just recently, because I was like, I didn't feel confident about it. But
I go to the bank.
Look, I'm sitting here like happy over a $13 win. We're not betting a mortgage.
Yeah, it's all good. That's what this apps.
Yeah, so
it's all good.
Well, listen, with that said, any final thoughts before we close out for today? You got just Ravens, Lions.
Yeah, I got Ravens and Lions. Let's go.
And you got Ravens and Niners. I also say Ravens and Niners, but I'm rooting for the Lions, but I say Ravens, Lions. Like I said, we'll keep watching the Sixers. And it's a good time of sports. You get into that February, March time frame.
Yeah.
So
it's getting hot and heavy. High school sports is getting hot and heavy.
You got the county tournament?
Y'all in your tournament already, right? Or no?
Our county tournament.
Yeah,
you were saying coaches start Friday against Cinnamon and
play Friday. Yeah, so like one.
Oh, it started already.
Well, so that first round they give you you can play anytime. So
okay.
So I know ours actually Shawnee played West Tech already. That's the only game that's happened.
That's right. So I saw a coach there. Yeah. All right. Who won that game?
Shawnee won.
Shawnee. Okay.
And then we play a bunch of teams play Friday.
Okay. And you play
at Cinemenson.
That's an immense. Them Harvey boys is something else, though, man. They shooters, man. And they got this other kid, too.
Paris, she's the one who killed us.
The other kid. Yeah. We got
Okay, there it is.
We got lost. We lost that.
Fliff. I never heard of this.
We lost in Paula 6. Yeah. Did y'all win Paula 6 tournament? Y'all win there?
Yeah, we beat Sterling.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
All right.
Y'all still got the tournament going on?
Yeah, Friday.
Wait a minute. The county tournament or the
No, at Holy Cross?
the
Showcase at Holy Cross.
Oh, this Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay. All right, that's what's up.
Okay.
That's who y'all play? Y'all play them there?
No.
Oh,
It
that's
starts
something.
Friday. We have to go. We won't even be there. So Friday, it starts at our place. We have to go to Cinemenson Friday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then you guys
I'm
play
still
back
gonna
Saturday?
Wow.
And then we play at our place on Sunday.
Sunday.
That's what
Got
I
you.
thought.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Oh, good luck. All right, so listen, with that said, for Jay, for Coach, and myself, appreciate everyone watching. Once again, follow us on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And as always, appreciate all the support, and we will catch you guys next time.